Hello everyone. So today we're gonna go over bronze coaching. You have all the timestamps, the link below in the video, but we're gonna go a lot over basics, roaming, wave timers, stuff like that. So yeah, be sure to stick out and don't forget to leave me a comment. Maybe the next seller that you want to see, maybe the next champion that you want to see. And yeah, I hope you enjoy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. Is this like max quality? Yeah. Yeah, ideally just a small comment if you haven't played Bardaton. When you come out of lane at the beginning, try to go both from the red side, from the blue side. If you go through the bot jungle, you're
Okay.
gonna get the chime spawn closer to you.
Okay, that
Because
makes so much more sense.
yeah, because sometimes when you go mid, like they spawn like super fucking far away and it's annoying as hell. So yeah, usually going through the bot jungle is a bit better early just to get your chimes there. Sometimes at
Okay.
support you don't have that luxury because you have to like cover entrances. So for example, if your Anivia is not here, right, and they have hook champions, you might be better going like here and just checking that they're not invading. If your Ash is already like covering the bot side. But yeah, if you can, if you see like your mid going here and your jungle as well, just try to go through bot.
Okay. And in a situation like this where my Ash starts pinging to invade right away,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about you, but I look at the other team's team comp and I just kind of think they're gonna win because they have a pipe, and I just think they would win level one.
Um,
Should I have been like pinging, or should I have gone with them?
if you don't feel comfortable with the fight, you need to ping. I'm
Okay.
I'm not entirely sure that you lose this level one. If they're like face
Also,
checking you, especially in bronze, right? That they
yeah.
are. I mean, if you're like grouped here and Pike tries to get close, you're gonna destroy him, right? Ash is amazing level one,
Okay.
because she slows a ton, so she's really good. But yeah, obviously, if you were bot in time, it would be only the three of you. And if they embed with five, then it's really risky, right? Because your Anivia and your volley decided not to come.
Yeah.
So generally, if you want to do this, you need to be five, or yeah, you need to be the one with like a hook champion. But yeah, like this, if the enemy team is trolling, so like here, how many of them were fighting? Only two of them, right? Yeah, it was only Pike and Jinx going like absolutely crazy. So I mean, obviously, if you're here, you win, right? It's 2v3.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it all comes down. At the end of the day, I think one of the important things to understand with League is that you need to take a bit of ownership of your decisions because that's the way you learn. So, for instance, if you just like kind of go with the flow, you are not going to understand what's going on, right? But if you're the one deciding, okay, let's back here or let's engage here, then the next time you know if it's right or wrong.
Okay.
You know, so I mean, just follow your gut. If you think you lose, it's fine. If you're like kind of in the I don't know, maybe you can follow your team, but yeah, just try to make your decisions and it's okay. But yeah, Ash is amazing level one.
Yeah, I often have that situation when it's like the team has to decide between like Baron or an inhibitor, and like sometimes I want to go the other route, but my team wants to go the other route instead, so I just follow them.
Yeah, as support you need to follow. You can spam ping and try to to guide them to another direction, but yeah, if they are committed to that and four of them stay in like a tower and you just leave, that's really bad as a support. I mean, that's
Okay.
really bad in general, but as a support especially, right? So here, yeah, I don't want to get probably too much into micro, because I think that's something that you're gonna learn the more you play Bard. But yeah, here you can position a bit better with Bard. You can position to get like Pike is trying to come here level one, right? We see him going forward. So right now you have like a difficult angle to queue. But you were in this brush, right? So
Yeah.
if you see him walking, you can come here, and now you have like a better queue, and also you're a bit forward, a bit in front of your Ash. So that's also a bit better because you're protecting her a little bit. And generally speaking, champions that just go like idiots level 1 against you are committing like a pretty big mistake. So this Pike right now only has like his Q, and now these minions are going to attack him, and now your Ash and you are going to auto him before Jinx gets here to help. So yeah, this is generally like if someone like trolls like this level 1, you're generally going to win.
Cool.
Okay, so here you could have been a bit more aggressive, just yeah. Okay, this guy's coming, you clear these minions, which is fine. And now here, instead of going back, yeah, you just fight him. Now here you continue fighting, which is great. Do you flash on Jinx or?
Yeah, I think I flash.
Yeah, okay. That was a bit slow, but it's okay. It's again just the more you play Bard, the better you're gonna get at it. Do you always play with your cam locked?
For the most part, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's also a very big thing. You need to learn to unlock it. It's like, I know it's annoying as hell at first, but generally speaking, it's something that you learn pretty fast. If you just like either try to get it a bit unlocked more throughout every game that you play, like say, okay, the first 5 minutes, I'm playing unlocked.
Okay.
Or if you like playing with friends, do it in normals. I've seen people even doing it against bots, like playing 10 bot games with the cam unlocked. And pretty quickly you'll see that it's just the easiest thing that you're gonna do. Like you don't even think about it anymore, and you just unlock it.
Okay. Yeah, I can start forcing myself slowly into
Yeah,
using unlocked.
definitely. The sooner you start, the better, because it's going to give you a lot of improvement for not too much effort, right? Like it's just something that you're gonna do passively and really improve. It makes a big
Then,
difference with having the cam unlocked. So, but yeah, that was kind of lucky, right? If this
yeah, I
spike
was.
hits the Ash, it's kind of scary.
Yeah, I
So
didn't plan for that.
yeah, I mean now they're low, so you maybe can play aggressive, but one of the things that I like to play for with any support, but Bard especially, is trying not to get the wave so close to tower, because
Okay.
if the wave gets frozen close to their tower, your jungler can't gank, and you're very susceptible to ganks yourself. So even a winning matchup like this, you're pushing them on tower, right? They're very low, but all of a sudden you get ganked and they turn it around and you die, right?
I think. Yeah. I think my thinking was when we got the kill on Jinx, we need to like push the wave on your tower so then Jinx loses farm. But I'm guessing that's not the play.
No, you can push it, but push it harder, right?
Okay.
So you need to when the lane is here, you can either slow push it to your tower, right? Because when the wave is close to their tower, it's going to slow push to yours because their minions hit earlier. So you have two options: either once you push the first wave, you leave to roam and to guard and stuff like that and let it slow push to you, or you hard push it. But
Okay.
if you just like kind of like what you're doing right now, just like kind of stand up doing nothing, all this time that you're wasting here close to your wave without doing anything, is time that you can get ganked, right? And they have a hook champion, so it's even scarier. Oh, you hit Pike. Yeah, now you get
Yeah,
ganked.
like there.
Like that, yeah.
And there's not much I can really do as Bard. Like I can look for a teleport or a portal, right? But
No, once that has happened, there's not much to do. Especially, I think Ash even gets cooked like before even Fiddlestick shows up or close to it, right? Yeah, like she's just dead. There's nothing you can do here.
yeah.
If you were a bit closer to her at the start and you know you're getting ganked, you can try to portal her out, definitely, right? But see, like Pike is cooking here, so he's gonna hit one of you. But yeah,
Yeah.
you can try to get a portal here, and maybe Viego comes help. It's definitely a possibility, but yeah, I think 95% of the times you're dead. I would definitely try to portal, but yeah, I mean, the problem is the situation, right? You are like super close to the tower, and the first thing their jungler is gonna try to do is gank you. It's like these guys are pushed. I have a hook support. I'm just gonna go in. So
Yeah.
so yeah, if we go back a bit, same thing, right? You push this wave, that's great. Now just leave, right?
Yeah.
Now just go. I would try to get my chimes, right? And take a look at mid, see if I can do anything. If I cannot do anything, I'll just ping my Ashe back and try to catch the wave closer to us. Just so you're not at this big risk of getting ganked. Because it feels like shit. Like you're winning lane, and all of a sudden you're like pushing mindlessly, and this is gonna happen every game, right? Every single game that you're winning and pushing constantly, you're gonna get ganked and lose your advantage. So all your hard work in the early game basically goes to waste. Yeah, here I like the back.
Actually, I think I
Usually buying more potions is not the best idea. So
I think I undid it
okay.
because I think I bought it and I'm like, I don't need this.
Yeah, okay. And also you always buy boots first.
Okay.
Always.
Sometimes I feel like I should buy the $400 health item over boots just because like, oh, I should invest more of my money.
So the thing is that the Ruby Crystal doesn't make you super tanky anyway, right? And boots allow you not only to dodge skills, so that's gonna be more worthy to you than the 150 HP, but it also allows you to roam much better. So yeah, definitely, if you can, always buy boot first, especially with Bar, right? Like it's a roaming champion. I would say with any support, especially because I really think that roaming with most supports is good. But yeah, Bard especially. Yeah, here I don't hate what you're doing. I would still like try to look at mid. You're not really watching mid at all. And so, do you ever roam early game with Bard or not really?
Yeah, I don't know if I really did it this game, but a lot of times I will look at mid and try to do something there.
Yeah, okay. It's just that, so for example, you being bot, I mean, your Ashe is clearly not a great player, right? But you being bot kind of baits her to be aggressive, right?
Okay.
Because she's like, oh, I mean, it's like 2v2, let's fight, I'm pushing, I'm happy. And I mean, it's really risky, right? Just because you're pushing doesn't mean that you win every 2v2, right? Especially if she gets hooked. And especially if you already died, so maybe that they even have like an item advantage. So yeah, I much rather, as soon as you see the wave pushing, just leave. So
Okay.
here,
Yeah, just go look mid or look to help my junglers. Oh.
Yeah. Look mid, look help jungle, look only, just like roaming a bit will make your Ashe play safer, and it will scare their mid laner, right? So even if you don't commit to going all the way mid lane, just by you being in fog of war, it's going to help you and help your team.
Yeah, I think maybe what I was thinking at this moment was it was too early in the game to roam.
Yeah,
I know Bard is like a big roaming support.
All supports can.
Understand that.
You're gonna have these times with all supports, but especially because you have the tunnels. But honestly, these like pushing waves and looking mid is super close to bot lane, so you can go pretty early. Like you can go even before your first back if you get a good time. Okay.
Yeah, somehow I made it out there.
Yeah. Let's take a look at how this ends and go over a couple things. So just a couple micro things. Here, when you're running away, you can always teleport out if you're really scared of like pike hook. So now when you're going back, Here, for example, this is like a really scary time, right? You can always just portal out, portal here, and get yourself out. And
Yeah, I don't know
also,
why I didn't think about that.
yeah, and also here when they're chasing you, before doubling you, you should Q always, because when they're stunned, they're not hitting, right? So you have a little bit time to run away. So here, try to dodge, like try to zigzag a little bit, because I think you just run in a straight line. So yeah, against
Predictable.
hook champions, you want to try to dodge. Usually, if you dodge down, it's easier to dodge it. Most people try to hit you because they think like you're trying to get close to your tower.
Yeah.
So a good dodge is like if you get close to them, it's kind of a good roam, a good dodge. This also happens with like mage supports, like Q from Lux, E from Serath, stuff like that. If you dodge like close to them, they tend to miss more. And yeah, try to Q as soon as possible. So here you get hit, and now Ash kills you, and you double W yourself. Here always better just I would Q auto so you get the movement speed from your rune, and then you can W on your way out if you need. But yeah, you leave, that's nice. You know, maybe even with your Q, if you throw your Q first, you can maybe even ignite and you get your Ashe hitting her.
Okay.
So here, instead of W, you can hit both of them with your Q, and maybe you ignite Pike, and your Ashe can turn on them. But now, yeah, you waste a ton of time, and now you W, and now, yeah, you're not close enough to ignite. And you don't even hit both of them with your Q because you wasted a bit of time with the W.
Yeah.
And now that you go to base, let's see what you do, but
I think I do the wrong thing.
you buy
Yep.
more health, yeah. Yeah.
My thinking there was, I already have one component. Let me upgrade it into the belt.
Yeah, it's like a circle, right? Like if you don't buy boots first because you want to be tankier, then you're gonna do the same thing when you go back again.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely with supports, I really value movement speed. So first items are usually boots for me. I would really recommend that.
Okay.
And
Yeah, I
now that you
don't
come out
remember
of
what I buy next. It might be boots, but I don't know.
yeah, I hope so. And now that you're coming from base, usually your AD carries in base, right? So you have time to roam. So usually what I like to do is I get out of if there's nothing going top, which right now there's nothing going there. I like coming out of base from the mid, from between mid and bot, right? And now when you get here, you pick up your chimes and you can decide if you can go mid or if you can go bot.
Okay.
Right, if you go bot from the start, you're a bit committed to being here, and if something breaks out mid, then
Yeah, I won't be
you're not
there.
ready. Yeah. Yeah, good Q. You also don't have Smartcast, from what I'm seeing.
Is that when it will cast the ability with just one click?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, it's good to have. Once you get a bit more used to Bard Q, you can activate it.
Okay.
Especially for Bard Q and W. With E and R, you can keep it a bit for a while because those are a bit harder to get at first.
Okay, yeah, I'll turn that on for Q. I like having it for E though, at least for right now. Just
Yeah,
'cause
yeah,
I'm
no, keep
still
it on
getting
E, keep it on E.
familiar.
Keep your normal cast for E, and maybe even ultimate.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
this is like super aggressive, right? They just killed your jungler.
Yeah, and I know he's.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think I'm getting too much into like micro, but just one more thing here. Usually when you throw a portal and you're being chased, I'm not sure if maybe you didn't realize you were being chased by Pike. But it's generally a really good idea just to kill them when they're like halfway through the tunnel. So they get instantly CC'd and they can't do anything. So here, for example, you see Pike behind you. If you Q ignite here, maybe he dies.
Okay.
Right? I think here you wait too much, and now he... Yeah, I mean, look at his HP.
Yeah, I didn't get the stun.
Yeah.
Let's see if I get boots now. Or maybe I stay, I don't exactly remember.
Yeah, I think you could have stayed, because your Ashe is still fighting there. Yeah, you need to really practice your Qs. Because with Bard, that's why it's kind of a hard champion at first. Is you don't really have a ton of abilities that actually support. Right? Your W basically does nothing. Your E is a portal. Your ultimate doesn't do damage. It's like a CC that also hits your teammates, so it's hard to use. And your only CC ability, like your fighting ability, is your Q. So if you miss it, it's very impactful. So
and do you have any recommendations on that? Or is it more just trying?
You can get into practice queue in practice tool and put a couple dummies and try to hit like double Qs on the dummies.
Okay.
You can try different angles.
I know the range of it will like
yeah,
the range gets longer when it's levels too.
Yeah, you can practice a bit that and try to put them max range just so you get it in your brain a bit easier, right?
Okay.
And yeah, just more games. But yeah, definitely I would practice a bit. Even if you don't want to tank your win rate too much in ranked, you can spam them in normals. Because yeah, it's one of the things that it's really important to get right.
Yeah, that Q did nothing.
Yeah. That's not a bad ult. I would ignite there.
Yeah, to finish
He
it.
dies anyway, that's fine. Yeah, and here again, right? Like, I mean, this guy's trolling a bit.
Yeah,
But
this is bronze.
I would be looking at mid again, right? You push the wave, and now you have a time to leave. So, and now again, you're like risking it a lot, right? What if Fiddlesticks is on the other side of the wall and he ults you? Right? It's again really scary. So yeah, whenever you're pushing waves, try not to be here. So you could try to leave to mid, and in the way of while you're leaving, you can ward for your Ashe, ping her to leave, and try to see if you can get something set up in the mid lane.
Okay. And I think in other games of mine, I do a little bit more roaming than this, but sometimes I have the mental state of like, oh, I need to support my ADC. Especially when my ADC is not like throwing it down.
Yeah, no, that's fair, that's fair. It's just usually... The game has changed a bit where AD carries are not as important. And if you get really far behind in the rest of the map, even if your AD carry is fed, you are like screwed most of the time. So... I mean, you're obviously trying to live in like smart moments, right? Not whenever.
Yeah, when the wave is pushed.
Yeah, when it's scary for you to stay. Do you change your ward trinket? You don't.
Oh yeah, that's a mistake that I do quite a bit, where I don't switch to the sweeper, and then I go out into lane, and I'm like, oh, I forgot to swap.
Yeah.
And I just try and do it next drop.
It's usually a good idea. Try to get into the mental state of just swapping it instantly when you go back. Maybe like second back you can swap it already. Some supports like swapping it super early game. Like first back they just swap. I like to keep it a bit longer, but maybe yeah, second back just swap it. Even if you don't have your item completed. I mean it's usually better, right? And that way you already like don't make this mistake of never having sweeper. So this is like very common against the Fizz, right? Because his ult deals a lot of damage and it's delayed. So it's really easy for you to just ult dash there.
Okay, so in that situation you want me to ult my ADC so that those cooldowns of his abilities run out?
Exactly.
Okay.
And the ultimate doesn't do damage, right? If she's in stasis. Yeah, I don't know what this guy's doing, just run. And now again, right? Like you go straight bot, so you are not ready to help mid. So yeah, like we talked before, you can get out of base and go straight through your jungle, and now you can go either here or here. So now that they were fighting mid, you can definitely go take a look and help mid. Maybe ward here for your Anivia. Ward the red, right? Like get some control of the jungle. Yeah.
Stun, but I didn't do it correctly.
Here? Yeah. I mean, Diego stuns for you, so that's awesome. But yeah, same thing, right? Like you portal, you know they're gonna chase. Or at least, if they don't chase, you're not at risk. And if they do chase, you are at risk. So here you can buffer your Q while you're in portal.
And maybe turning on quick cast for Q will help me with that.
Yeah, yeah, that definitely will help. Yeah.
Again there.
Yeah. Yeah, you can also practice this timer on the training pool. All the dummies and try to instantly hit.
Yeah, I'll definitely spend some time in training tool and try to get better at the Q and the ult.
Yep. Yeah, Yurash is playing really, really well, so I don't mind you playing a bit for her. I wouldn't even be surprised if she was a bit of a smurf.
Yeah, I do feel like in this game, Ashe and Viego did quite a good job. There's been games where I have an ADC who just like can't farm or something, or is dying a lot, and I do start roaming a lot more.
By the way, if you go the Guardian build, you can do Warmogs into Locket.
Okay, I don't think I do. I think I also follow the Letharius guy.
Kind of more damage, yeah.
No, he says, Frozen Heart, I think, is what I went.
Yeah, Frozen Heart is kind of like a bad item right now, I think. So, do you ult Jinx here? Yeah, you can see the...
Huge question.
Yeah, completely intentional, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I mean... The locked camera is not doing you any favors there. But like, you take a really long time to ult.
I think the lock camera thing is I've just started that way, and I keep coping and saying like, oh, it's not going to be that helpful, and it's going to be hard, but
it's not that hard, honestly. It's not really that hard, and it's going to be like a huge improvement, so yeah. Here where you're going through the jungle, you can put wards, so I would say here usually when I'm going through mid, I like putting a ward here where the tower was, just so you check all the people that once they start pushing you back, you see them go through where.
You see them earlier.
Yeah, exactly. And also when you go through the jungle right now, try to put wards behind you. So right now you're following Viego, right? So put a ward here.
Yeah.
Because now, once you start fighting Fizz, they can come behind you, right? So if you start putting wards as you start going, it's a bit safer. Yeah, again, your Q's a bit late, so it misses. You were a bit far away.
I don't think I ever do the whole lane ward. I've never done that.
Yeah, it's super, super impactful. I do it every single game. Ooh, that was a good Q. You almost hit both. Yeah, also upgrading your skills with your mouse. Have you been doing this the entire game? I didn't realize.
Oh yeah, I have.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's also super easy fix. Do you know what the command is or no?
No, what's the fix?
It's with control and then the key.
Okay, yeah, that'll be a lot quicker.
Yeah. You're like super, super far ahead, right? With Ashe and Viego. So here, do you start like thinking about Baron or nothing?
Definitely not thinking about Baron at this point.
Nope. Yeah, you can start. So right now, like the ward that you put here is a bit useless. So always as supports, we have to think about the next objective, right? And you can see, yeah, there's no towers bot, there's no dragon coming up, right? So
Yeah.
what do you really have? You have Baron up, you're pushing mid, which is generally the best thing you can do. If you don't know what to do, like get mid pushed, because it's gonna give you a ton of control. And you have the top tower, right? So what I would be thinking is, okay, the objectives that I want to go are kind of all in this area, right? So you push mid, drop a lane ward here where they are, right? You can drop some wards in the jungle, and now your team has all the pressure and all the time to go help Volibear push this tower, right? So you have full control here. You can now, after pushing this wave, you can get into the jungle and clear other vision, maybe drop a pink in Baron. And now they are going to start making mistakes, right? Because they don't have vision, you have full control, and you're taking objectives.
Yeah,
So,
what I'm probably thinking right now is we're in a winning state. Let's just go and get the mid inhibitor and then.
yeah, that's not usually a good objective to go for. Mid inhibitor is probably the most useless inhibitor to take. Sometimes, if you take it early, like right now, 20 minutes is pretty early. Anything sub 20 is really, really early, and like 20, 21 is still pretty early. Mid inhibitor is just gonna give them a ton of farm and a ton of gold.
I've
And you're
never looked at
gonna,
it that way.
yeah, and you're gonna lose it yourselves, right? Your team is never gonna farm a single wave because your super minions are killing all of them. So now you're not really getting too much for it because they're gonna be mid anyway, clearing vision and clearing waves. And yeah, you just gave them like a gold funnel to get back into the game. If you take bot inhibitor or top inhibitor, it's better, right? Because if you take bot inhibitor, you can force barons,
Okay.
and if you take top inhibitor, you can force drakes, and you have like a super far away lane to push for. But yeah, mid inhibitor is generally a really bad idea to take early. And if you haven't taken top and bot, don't think about mid as an objective. Think more about dragons, barons, and go inside lanes.
I think that might be a little bit hard. I think there might be situations in that case where I'm pinging that we should go and do Baron, but the team does the mid inhib, and in those cases I should probably just stay with them, right? Okay.
Yeah, if you so for instance in this moment, right? Before the fight, well, I mean they want to fight there, so it's fine. But if instead of you're like the first person in mid, right? If instead of being here, you're like pinging top tower and putting vision around the jungle. First of all, you would have spotted fiddlesticks before, so maybe your team turns there. But also, your team is more inclined to play with you than just like pushing mindlessly mid, right? Here, I would be kind of thinking about maybe ulting Ashe in a bit, right? When they engage on her. Just to win time. So here, for example, she's fighting, right? And she's super far away. You can ult her here and save her from all this damage.
Yeah, I don't know what I was doing.
I mean, this is not a horrible ult. It's just, yeah, would have been better earlier on Ashe. But Anivia passive works really nice with your ultimate, right? Because it's still like coming down while she's on stasis. So you like guarantee her reviving.
Should I have maybe used my ult at the very start of the fight when Fiddlesticks ulted in and Fizz ulted in as well?
Kind of hard, right? Your Anivia is pretty tanky, so I don't think using it there was good.
Okay.
I think it's better ulting Ashe here. So for instance here, Fiddlesticks, he doesn't even ult, right? He just comes in. And yeah, you can see your Anivia is pretty tanky, so she's fine. Now I would ult here, definitely. Ashe is gonna get CC'd and you have like a Fizz in melee.
So what's the goal though? If I ult Ashe and those two enemies, is the goal for Anivia and I to kill Fiddlesticks and then hopefully be able to help?
Exactly.
Okay.
You make them waste abilities, hopefully, right? So for instance, right now Pikey doesn't hit, so she doesn't get damage. Fizzy doesn't hit, so she doesn't get hit, right? And now when she comes out of stasis, there's like way less damage that's gonna come her way, and hopefully Anivia and you can help her out. But right now she's dying, so you're not making any time for yourself and Anivia to hit feed. And now they just come help and you just are in a worse position. Yep, that was a really nice Q, by the way.
Yeah, again, I feel like I am not like consciously like throwing these Qs. A lot of times I feel like I'm just chucking them out, and sometimes they hit. Like on that one, I don't remember because you know I don't have crazy memory like that. But I might have just been chucking that one out, and it did hit.
Well, I mean, it was a good Q. Maybe it's just your Bard senses starting to come online after playing Bard for a bit.
Yeah, fair point.
Yeah, here, never take this in Kiva. I would just tell them to back.
Yeah, that's crazy to hear.
Yeah, the mid inhibitor is pretty bad, honestly.
Oh wait, I don't think we got it.
Yeah, I mean, that's good.
Definitely not purposeful though.
Yeah, and now, for example...
I probably left right here thinking, oh wow, I just trolled.
No, this is good. Right, and now Drake is coming up. So... yeah, that's good. Do you put any wards in the jungle? I don't think so, right? Yeah, you put them like super close to you. You can put like probably a ward more like deeper, right? So one here, I think there's one from Anivia, and then you can put another one here.
Yeah.
Just a bit more vision than what you put around over here, the dragon. Do they even come? Or is it only Pike? Yeah, Field is there. Here probably you don't need it to do that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fine. It's fine.
I think maybe I was thinking like there was a fight that was about to happen, so I opted over, but definitely not the play.
Yeah. Now, yeah, I don't think there's too much of a threat of Baron. Is your Anivia coming to help or not really? Right? Yeah. Here also you should be tanking. Baron does puts a debuff on the tank, on the main tank. That makes you do less damage to Baron. So you usually want to be taking that, so your jungler and your AD carry and stuff like that can do damage.
And I can just proc that by walking closer to it?
Yeah, exactly. Be the one closest to Baron. Yeah, you leave a bit too early, but it's fine. Let's see. You go mid. And here again, right? Like you push mid. And what you can do is put, yeah, those types of wards are not
valuable.
Yeah. And instead of doing mid,
doing like a mid ward?
I would do a mid ward and try to start playing for side lanes. So for right now, for example, top is being pushed, so you can start putting a deeper ward, and yeah, well, you're moving top now, so that's good.
Path
so yeah, just like
some deep wards.
Exactly, yeah, protecting your top and trying to keep mid pushed. So usually when you're pushing, your job as a support is like kind of get a hold of one area, right? So if you want to go top, you can try to be like, okay, I'm gonna get control of this area right here, so that my team is safe and we can constantly be moving from mid to top and taking the tower. Right, so right now you have like this random ward that's not doing anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can instead get control of this area. And if you were bot, you know, it's the other half. I usually don't like going through the lane, right? Your AD carry can be going through here and you should be the one doing this. You know, your Ashe is trying to get control of this area. You should be the one doing that instead of her. She should be on the minions and you should be trying to get control of vision of here. Maybe even put a ward over the wall so that you don't get Fiddlestick's ulti. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all about control of areas, right? Because yeah, then this happens. If you don't have control of the jungle, then they can just flank you.
Yeah, I shouldn't have listened to that ping.
Yeah, now you're pushing. That's your like your
I
jungle
love that
mentality,
game.
right? Yeah, you're just pushing instead
Yeah.
of yeah. Generally, as support, you want to be. I mean, your team is super far ahead; they kill everyone, but
Yeah, in most games though, we probably lose that though because you
yeah,
don't have a bad ADC in jungle.
exactly. And just a small comment here: you should have ulted your Ashe again. Same thing, right? She got like completely screwed by Fizz and everyone. If you
Yeah.
just ulti her there instead of Garen, you like kind of save her for longer. Maybe your team gets in time and your Ashe doesn't die.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, generally, if your AD carry gets ulted by Fizz, you can just ulti them.
Yeah, I think partially I'm like mentally tormented from like bad ults and being
Yeah.
roasted. That like I
Yeah.
just need to overcome that and try a lot of things out and figure out how to
Yeah.
play this champion well.
Yeah, I need to get over that fear. It's everyone when they start to doing bar, they int ults. I still leave int ults, and I've been spamming bar forever, and I'm masters, and I still do some int ults and kill my team. So it's just,
Yeah.
it is what it is. You have to live with that.
Cool.